Okay, what's up? Today I'm working on setting up my top 50 agents automation again. Got a contract out to a deal out in Florida. Got a potential flip that I'm looking at. So things are moving along. Just wanted to pop on and stream a little bit of this setup process. Again, I can't show you all of it, so I'll just put the instructions that I'm following here while I do it over here on this screen. Just because there's info in here and it's not my process. Again, if you want to set up a campaign like this where you are basically working inside of a CRM like this, so this is my CRM here, and I'm just going to be going through and setting up some of the automations inside the CRM. So I'm just following the steps here that are listed out on how to get this all dialed in and automated. So I'm just popping back in to see where I left off here. Got my morning caffeine, typically some type of caffeine in the morning. This is First Form Energy. This is Andy Frasilla's new energy drink. I like it because it's got electrolytes, magnesium. It's got some hydration stuff in it on top of the caffeine. I used to just drink, Monsters, and then I tried Gorilla Mind, which is what's that bodybuilding dude on YouTube that was on Joe Rogan a few times. His stuff was pretty good. The taste was like, it was just super sweet for me. So this one's 200 milligrams of caffeine. It's got neurofactor, whatever that is. Hypersia serrata, N-acetyl L-tyrosine. I like L-tyrosine. It's just kind of helps out with dopamine, and the dopamine is just kind of what gets you focused. B12 and then choline. I usually supplement choline. It's basically what you get in eggs and meat. It's really good at developing the brain. So I am not going to supplement as much of that just because I'm trying to get it all in my diet. And then obviously in drinks like this with 15 calories, not a ton of sugar, it's 400 milligrams of choline, 20 of magnesium, 248 potassium. I wish it had a little bit more sodium for the hydration side, but usually I'll drink like a water with some Himalayan pink salt in the morning, and that gets me going hydration wise. So I just got to pull up a quick Loom video and see where I left off here so I can remember what step I'm on. Okay, so it looks like I was doing internal team member full name. Just gonna close out a couple of windows here, just keep the stream flowing. Also, another trick for focus is having some type of like what do they call these? Like binaural beats playing in the background. The binaural beats just kind of focus on certain wavelengths that help keep you focused. There's a bunch of different ones. You can pick which ones work for you. But I like the binaural beats. I think it's 40 hertz is the best so far. Okay, I'm just gonna see if I did settlement date here. Okay, I think I'm in the wrong step here. So phase one in the lead table. Created the new section. I'm in the lead tracker. Okay. I think I already did this one. Yeah. Okay, so that takes me down to like step 70 in this somewhere. I think I was almost done with this one, but then I had to go on the weekend. I was supposed to have this done in like 2 days for Ryan, but completely botched that one. What's the last field that I have on here? Relationship type. There we go. Let's just go back and find them all. And we want market of record. We want lead cost. Lead status. So I think I already have acquisitions. I guess I don't. That's alright. And if you're watching this and you're like, I don't want to do any of this setup, I totally get it. It's not the most fun stuff in the world to do, but that is not the right lookup field. I need to go back because I'm missing a step here. The lookup field that I'm supposed to be looking for is not in here. Okay, I got that one finished. So I'm definitely on step 3. Okay, so navigate to phase 1. New section under views. So I already have this, already have that. It's a grid view. I dragged unhide the fields that already exist. So I have market of record, I got all of those. Start typing acquisition until. So this is the last linked to. Now we're going to click the arrow. Linked to phase 2. Phase 2 acquisition. This was the last field that I was supposed to, because I put in acquisition status, but that's not right. Do I not have that as a section in mine? Phase 2 acquisition property status. This is what it's trying to link to. just supposed to say linked to phase 2 acquisition, but I'm not seeing that. Because that's also the field that I'm supposed to link it to. That's team member. I just gotta send a quick message to the group here. We're gonna see if anyone else had the same problem. Phase 2. Let's see. Okay, so I didn't see anyone say they had it, but I'm just gonna message here. Step number 3. I don't have a field to unhide called phase 2 issue. Okay, so I'm just going to go back through the directory steps and just make sure that I did all this right. Sometimes it's something simple that you miss. and that would be my issue. So this is to download the old directory, which I don't need. Created another agent, top 50 prospecting. Created the Airtable base. So created the table, renamed the table directory. Need to edit. So directory. Okay, I'm pretty sure that one's done. So that's updating, importing the directory. Maybe I should do this piece again. I don't know how I got that one. Okay, so go to phase 1, create a new section, select the 2 dots, drag it below, create the grid. Okay. Collaborative view. So I already have market of record. Click here to unhide market of record for lead cost. So I type in lead status, have lead status. Five-day post, yes. Start typing acquisition until linked to acquisition phase 2 appears. I don't have that for some reason. Does it have acquisition status here? I want to edit this, make it a lookup. Do not delete acquisition team member is the lookup source. But that's not right. It should say linked to phase 2 acquisition. Let's see what they say here. create that field and any field that is missing there should be instructions on how to set it up in later steps. Okay. So I just need to create phase 2. I just need to insert right and create a new field called phase 2 acquisition. Field type? Yeah. I don't know what field type this should be, so I'm just going to do single text for now. Or should it be a lookup? Let's just do single line text for now. Create the field. Let's keep moving. So the field that I need to create is a link to another record. It needs to link to so now I'm going to do insert right. I'm going to do status. And the field is lookup. Drop down a little here. Make it to so it looks exactly like this. Okay, so that's the first one. While I'm doing this, a couple updates on a few things. So I've been reaching out to sponsors to sponsor the challenge. Kind of hitting a roadblock with a couple of them. One that I reached out to was specifically looking to work with more live events, more so than like online challenges. And the other just hasn't responded yet. Listed date. So I'm waiting to hear back from them on where they want to go from here. I don't necessarily need the sponsors because we have I can go get agent money, which is why I'm working on this top 50 campaigns. We also have a budget for PPC through a partnership that I'm in, that we got these campaigns launched here. So I'll show you the PPC campaigns that I set up on another stream. So go back and watch that one if you want to see how I set up some of the PPC campaigns. But if we just take a peek here, we got these new campaigns set up for Florida. They haven't started delivering yet, which Google's kind of frustrating. In an account like this, trying to get things to start delivering. But it looks like we're starting to get some click data now. Need to expand the columns, modify conversions. Conversions, cost per conversion. So no conversions yet. $14 in spend, $1 CPC, 26% click-through rate, which is really, really good. I can see so cash buyer phrase match is the one that was working. Only thing I'm worried about on the cash buyers one, keyword in particular, is we may get wholesalers that are searching this, and that's the type of stuff that we're getting. Right now we're gonna let it ride and see how it performs. So I'm just looking at the all up campaign view. So we're starting to get some impressions, start to get some deliveries. Let's see how yesterday was. No conversions yesterday, but it looks like most of our clicks are how to sell a house fast, cash home buyers. Pretty good click-through rates there. So we should start to expect to see some leads coming in from this over the next few days, or at least some phone calls. But really good CPC out of the gate, like below $1 per click, which is good. Seeing the clicks here just tells me that we need to do some work on the landing page. We have a really high click-through rate, which means the intent, or like the add to keyword message, is high. And we're probably ranking well for the things that we're searching, because we're really, really narrow on our keywords, but we don't have any conversions yet on 100 something clicks, which, I mean, I'm not expecting. I mean, we're at $200 in spend. Let me go back and see. Oh, maybe we don't. probably need to double check the pixel setup. So let me fire a message. Because I'm willing to bet we don't have our conversion pixel set up, and we probably do have leads, but they're just not there yet. Shoot a message to Brad. Do you have the conversion pixel set up on the Yeah, so we don't even have the conversion pixel set up. I didn't build out the site, so I wouldn't have been in charge of putting that pixel there. I thought my partner got that set up, so I am going to get him the conversion pixel code. That's for the header, whole. So there's two codes that Google gives you. There's one that goes in the header for tracking everything, and then there's one specifically for that you put on the landing page. And what it does is it tracks the visitor coming in, so tracks everything that's happening on the site in the header code, and then you specifically fire this one when they convert on the landing page. So that way Google will fire back a conversion. We also need to set up one for a phone number. So if a phone number is over a certain length, go through a Google tracked phone number. So Google will basically give you a number, and you use a call replacing number on it, and it'll dial, but it'll ring through to your number, and then Google will track that call, and it'll see how long it is. I just realized I just sent that all to the wrong person. Good thing we have this fun little unsend feature. I just sent all of those messages to the wrong person. It's supposed to go to this guy. But they saw it already. That's cool. Submit this one. And it's important when you set up the tracking, because the reason why this specifically is important is Google will take this pixel and it'll learn for your account who's likely to convert, and it'll get smarter over time in terms of targeting people. So without this data, Google's just kind of flying blind and hoping that it finds the right people for you. This tells Google specifically, like, hey, here's who's converting. And when you have the bid strategy set on maximize conversions, there's a couple different bid strategies. Some bid strategies are like, hey, I just want impressions. Some bid strategies are like, I want conversions. Some bid strategies are, I want conversions, but I want them at a certain price point, like a target cost per action. We're $144 in spend right now. And we should have gotten at least 1 or 2 leads just based off of the traffic for the keywords that we're getting to our landing page. So little things like that you'll start to look at that'll help you identify like when something's wrong. I'm just giving advice to someone on for their PBC accounts. They're asking what card should I use, and I'm pretty sure if they use Amex Gold, they get multiple points for. Well, first for paid ads specifically, using a credit card gives you more of a float period, and this float period will, especially for real estate, will help you out. Is it gold? I don't think they do it anymore, because it used to be like our Amex Gold business. The float period will give you a little bit of time, especially in real estate, to have your closings line up, because it's like you could close a deal today, but you're not going to get paid on it for 14, 20, or 30 days sometimes. So having a little bit of float on a credit card helps. 4 times a point when you select 2 categories. Rewards. Wireless bills, so your phone service, electronic goods, software. Earn 4 times the points when you select 2 categories. Purchases at U.S. media providers for advertising, online, TV, and radio. So I'm pretty sure Amex Gold lets you use ad spend as one of your categories. I'll just let them pick. I'll just tell them that it'd be best to put ad spend on a card. I wish I would have did this with my first businesses that I was running with a partner. Unfortunately, the way that one worked out is it was all on his credit card, so he was getting all the points, but we were spending $15,000-$20,000 a month in ad spend. And if I put that on an Amex card, a Capital One Venture card, I would have a ton of points for travel. And with kids, it is very nice to have points. So if you're doing any paid advertising, even if you're not doing like PPC or anything, like you're doing direct mail, cold calling, you're paying your cold callers, all your business expenses, if you can, throw them on a credit card and just collect those points. It's a side benefit of running the business. So back in here, I think I got the PPC stuff figured out. I'm gonna go pop in and see what leads we got, and see if I can't get on the phone with some of those today. We need to get some more offers out. And I'm just gonna run them through my system that I have here, which I need to send Brad a message. Okay. So I'm just going to keep going through these here. There's a whole bunch to set up. Insert right. Lookup field. Lookup from phase 2. The drop down is going to be the listing settlement date. And this process of like setting up all these fields for me is a little bit blind, because I don't know what all these are for. This is just the process that Ryan's having us go through to set up our top 50 agents campaign that I really need to get going today, because I was hoping to get a sponsor on board, but I can't wait any longer for them to decide what direction they want to go in. So I'm just going to keep moving, and if it works out, it works out. I think one thing that I'm starting to understand now is momentum. And when you're lacking some momentum, it just makes things a little bit harder to do, because you're constantly fighting this battle of stopping and starting and stopping and starting. And it's really frustrating, but it's also, if you think about it in a car, every time you have to stop and start, you burn and you waste energy. And when I'm doing this on the side, I don't have the energy to waste. Apparently I already have this field. Good morning. What are you looking for, bud? It's definitely not in here. I don't think you need your backpack. It's the last day of school. I think you probably did not bring your backpack, unless you need to bring stuff home in it. But I don't think your backpack's in here, because you didn't even take it to school yesterday, did you? Did you leave it at school? Or is it still in the car? So just back to doing more boring stuff. Freaking, I think I already have this field. Yes, I do. And I just linked all these fields to this one, which I already have named. So I need to go find that. Need to unhide this one. And I need to give it a different name. Okay, so finish through step 3. I am 50 minutes in. So now I'm going to head into customize the agents table. Step 4, which is only 26 steps, but there's a doozy one coming up, is 470 steps. Alright, so now we're in the top 50 agents table. I click the drop down by the agent name. I'm going to edit the field. And it says link to another record. Link to the directory. Looks like I already did that. Phase 2 acquisition. Phase 2. I think I've already done some of these steps. I don't remember skipping around, but link to another record, acquisition, property status. Somehow I did these already, or they already came imported like this. Internal company don't touch. Internal company don't touch. Enter the field. Link to another record. Okay, I haven't done this one. Don't touch primary zap view. Allow linking. Apparently turn allow linking off. Limit record to selection view. Select link to primary table. And save. Select skip. Okay, so that's step 4. That took all of 5 minutes to do. Now this one says it takes 17 minutes, but it's 470 steps. Jeez. Alright, so still in here, we need to go to relationship type. Come on, don't slow down on me now. Relation. There we are. Here, edit field. We need to change it from multiples to lookup. And lookup needs to go to agent link directory, relationship type. Okay, I already did that one apparently. Go to first name, edit field, lookup, agent link directory, contact first name, save. Okay, so apparently I already started on this one. I don't remember it. I'm guessing I did because all these lookups are already linked. So I can zoom through some of these. Estimated Zillow spend, edit. It's already linked. Cell phone, edit. That's already linked. Agent name, edit. This one is a link to directory. So this one, well, cell phone should be a lookup. Okay, I think I already have cell phone. Email, edit, okay. Insert a couple work emails coming in. Gonna pop off here in a little bit. Gotta go get kids ready for school. My amazing wife is doing it all by herself right now. I usually like to help out in the mornings. because I'm most of the times pretty busy when my kids get out of school. And now with my wife working, um, we don't get a ton of time together, and in the mornings is the best time to get together. Things are a little bit peaceful, a little calm, but it's also the only time that I know for sure I can get in streaming, because in the afternoons it's hit or miss. We're usually like rocking and rolling, running, chasing kids, doing activities, cleaning the house, making dinner. Before you know it, it's like 9, 10 o'clock, and I'm gassed. Okay, marketing operation is done. Agent website is done. Okay, so maybe this won't take too long. I'm pretty much through a lot of these. Purchase county is all done. I'm about 121 into the 400 steps here. The slow part is just waiting for the site to load. Brokerage is linked. So basically what I'm doing right now, it looks like just what I can see from the table, is I'm setting all these lookup fields to look from the agent directory, or that's where I'm going to upload all the agent info, and it's going to pull it into this table so I can work it in a lead flow, and move them around to the correct stages. And then I think eventually I'll be adding on like the email automation for follow-ups. But this will allow me to go out and get all the agent info, upload it into one file, and then get moving on the rest of it. Now it has me jumping back to last name. That's already linked. Review status. That's already linked. So I'm 160 through, just waiting on the rest. So I'm not going to bore you guys and keep doing more of this. I'm going to hop off the stream, go say what's up to my kids, and then just keep chugging through this. But tune in later today. I'm going to see if we have any more lead flow to do some live dials, because we have traffic on our ads. We should have some conversions just based off of these numbers. I can tell. I mean, 142 clicks to the site at this low of a CPC with this high of a click-through rate tells me that we have something working here. So if I look at like the asset details, Florida cash buyer, it'll show me like the impressions per. It doesn't show me where position-wise they're pinned yet, but I can see which headlines are performing the best. So like this is the best description: turn your house into cash in 2 weeks. This is the best headline: we pay cash fast, Florida homes. And then trusted Florida cash buyer. So giving away a little bit of secret sauce there, but that way you can see what campaigns are working. I'm going to be rolling out Arizona and North Carolina as markets here for this partnership. But I think we're off to a pretty good start. Once we get the conversion data in here, then Google will start actually tracking how things are performing. And then we'll know for sure how we're doing. So I'm going to pop off now. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe. If you want to set up the agent process like I'm doing, that's in Ryan Fletcher's partner program. So that's also linked below. The ACS class is the best place to start to get familiar with Ryan and his process. Learn his methodology. It's not for everyone, but for the right types of people, it'll make a lot of sense. after you go through it. Also, too, as we have new sponsors on, I'll link them down below, and I'll talk about what our sponsors do, why we're actually using them. I'm not going to bring on a sponsor that just wants to pay for the challenge or pay for lead flow or whatever that may be, and I don't actually use them. Everything that I do through this challenge is going to be what I'm actually using, what I'm actually doing, the ups, the downs, the consistency, the non-consistency. You'll see it all. So thanks for tuning in, and I will